This is a day in my life with the Samsung S23 Ultra Ramadan edition. Okay, so you already probably know by now I'm an Apple fanboy, which is why this change was so hard on my body. But after the initial shock, I was okay. I'd love to start talking about the phone, but I just realized that I only have 10 minutes left to start my fast. You see, in Ramadan, we have to stop all food intake before our morning sunrise prayers, which at this time is around 5:15 a.m. Well, lucky for me, all I eat in the morning is this smoothie. This, by the way, is the ultimate breakfast, or in this case, fasting smoothie. If you're interested in how I make it, stay tuned to the end of this video. And that's about it. So can't eat or drink anything now until sunset. I gulped the smoothie down and then it was time to head to the mosque for prayers. This is prayer number 1, and we gotta pray 5 times a day throughout the year, not just in Ramadan. So this is pretty much a daily occurrence. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And I just noticed we have the moon right in front of us. So that's what you see straight out of camera. I'm gonna try to see what we can get with this guy. 100x. Oh my goodness. I'm actually blown away. You can see like the craters on the moon. That is actually incredible. I know Samsung's had some controversy with this, but this really impressed me. In any case, I have this camera rig set up here. I have the FX3. I don't think this is safe, but here we go. Dude, this thing is like shaking quite a bit. Okay, so let's talk about the phone. I unboxed it the day before yesterday. I've been playing around with it, installed a bunch of the apps and stuff like that that I use on a regular basis. So one of the things I noticed was some of the apps that I use that are like integral to my life are not available on Android. For example, Superhuman Email, my entire business revolves around that. It's not available on Android, which kind of sucks. Same thing with Things 3. It's 2023. We should be having, cross-platform compatibility for all of these things. I don't get it. Overall, I gotta say, absolutely love how this phone feels in your hand. It's got this like perfect balance between curved off edges as well as nice and square for you to actually hold the phone. I like that. So after driving around pointlessly for about 20 minutes, I decided to just head home to do my camera review. We do have the wide angle, the ultra wide angle, a 3x telephoto, and a 10x telephoto zoom lens. So this is kind of cool because you get a lot more of a range on your zoom, and the 10x telephoto zoom lens can go up to 100x, and you just saw that right now with the moonshot that I did. So if I want to shoot like my kid's playground that's all the way back there, this is how it would kind of look. Look how detailed that shot is. One of the cool things I really like about the UI when using this phone is that anytime you're zoomed in past 10, it gives you this little viewfinder. Personally, compared to my iPhone experience, I actually like the photos better on the Samsung S23 Ultra compared to the iPhone. However, video-wise, I think I still prefer the iPhone. I'm exhausted right now. I'm gonna go lie down for a bit, get some sleep. Like I mentioned, 2 hours of sleep so far. Wake me up in 4 hours. I have no idea how I slipped in like this, but in any case, I can't get to work right away. I have Friday prayers today, which is not something that happens every day, as the name suggests. I waited for the sermon, and once it was over, it was a free-for-all. Getting out of a mosque parking lot requires 2 things: immense courage and extremely versatile maneuverability. When I finally got home, I had literally 0 vertical on that jump, but then it was back to work finally. It's 2:44 right now, which is, oh my god, time is flying right now. Finally got back into the studio and I had to get some work done. This is about the time where I start feeling the hunger and thirst just a little bit. And no, not even water. I know some of you guys always ask me that. So first things first, I gotta get through some email. So I started my time tracker on toggle and began going through the onslaught. Time right now is about 3:32. Battery life wise, we're looking at about 86%. It is going down a little bit faster now, I've noticed, and that's because I'm doing like transfers and all that stuff. But in any case, right now I gotta head out. I gotta go pick up the wife and kids, so we'll be back for another work session and hopefully wrap up a lot of the stuff that we want to talk about. I threw on an audiobook, Atomic Habits by James Clear. I highly recommend. Now, haters are gonna say listening to an audiobook isn't like reading a real book, but it is. Across the board, Samsung has opted to go with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 made for Samsung processors. And arguably, it has probably been one of the best decisions Apple has made in recent history. I think Samsung's going in the right direction. Now, this is arguably one of the fastest flash memory smartphones on the market. Opening, closing, switching apps was an absolute breeze. And as a result, RAM management on this was excellent compared to my iPhone. I can actually tweet or upload content and close the app and it will still work in the background. With the iPhone, this would hang until I open the app back up. Another benefit of this chip is battery efficiency, which is why one of the first things I did was to turn on max resolution on the phone. With the high resolution display, 120 Hz, and everything being super snappy, this thing is an absolute treat to use. It helps that my wife teaches at the same school that the kids go to, so. So after picking them up, now I had to head over to the grandparents to pick up the littlest one. Thank God for grandparents. After that, I headed home and had a mini breakdown. I'm so tired. I want to bail on this video and just go to sleep right now. Hunger.
Why don't I just go to sleep and then bail on your video?
Yeah. No caffeine, not enough sleep. I don't know.
Whoa, what is that good?
Alright, well, back to work for me. Next up, I've been on a content blast lately, posting daily on IG, TikTok, Twitter, as much as I can. So if you don't follow me on any of those platforms, make sure you guys hit up your boy. So I got to planning the post for today, and in the process, I started using the built-in stylus on the S23 Ultra, and man, I have missed this thing. Like, I used to be a devout note user. Like, every single year, I'd be grabbing the brand new note. So the stylus is a super welcome feature for me. I found it super handy to jot down some ideas, draw out some sketches of what I want the thumbnail for this video to look like, as well as to help me look at and visualize everything I need to do. Then I finally got to filming some Instagram Reels and TikToks, as well as some photos for Instagram, and that's when I realized I didn't have an AirDrop alternative. So I tweeted it out asking for some suggestions, and after checking out a bunch, and I ended up going with snapdrop.net, and to my surprise, this thing worked really well. Super simple, the computer recognized my phone and I was able to drag and drop basically. Now that I had my content filmed, it was time to take it into the editor and edit some photos as well as video. After this process, I moved it over to Capcut on my S23 Ultra, and that stylus, goodness gracious, came in handy again. Also super addicting to do this. Fidgetability score on this ranks super high. I could do this all day. Oh. Then I went ahead and actually uploaded my content to Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Now it was time to prepare for a meeting, and I found this quite funny. I had to charge my AirPods and I just charged them on my Samsung. So yeah, reverse charging for the win. I also threw on my iPhone just for fun. I finished my meeting, which was in regards to an upcoming project I can't wait to tell you guys about, and then it was time to head home for sunset. I'm cutting it real close. It's almost sunset time. It's starting to get a little bit dark. We've been fasting from sunrise to sunset. Sun's about to set. Let's go get ready and see what's on the menu. After some cooking shenanigans, the whole family sat down together to try to pray. Well, at least we tried. What really hits me at this time is the fact that we know for a fact we're gonna get a meal at sunset. There's so many people around the world that don't have that blessing. Also, family gatherings are just not the same without this nutritious piece of sustenance. You can see the oil literally just roll off it. Amazing. After breaking our fast, now it was time to pack up and head to the mosque again. We have prayer number 5 as well as the night prayers in Ramadan, so we're going to be heading there for all of that. All right, we just finished right now. The time right now is 11:10 p.m. The kids are about to call it a night. Right, guys?
No.
Okay, so we just finally got back home. Ramadan, our whole schedule kind of just revolves around the prayers and the mosque and everything like that. Now, considering the time right now is 11:40, my battery life on this phone is currently 64%. That is amazing. I tucked the kids into bed, and now downstairs, I'll show you how to make the ultimate smoothie. First up, we're gonna take half a cup of oats, toast it. Then prepare your berries by washing them. I usually like to go heavy on the blueberries, but I'm a bit short today. Next up, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, 1 tablespoon of flax seeds, 1 tablespoon of hemp hearts. Of course, you gotta cake it with some protein powder, drown it in some milk to your liking, and then you're gonna introduce them all to each other. And there's the finished product. And now, Bismillah. Okay, so the time right now is 2:10. I just finished filming that B-roll sequence for the smoothie. Gonna go upstairs now, warm up some sliders, and I'm gonna edit. Let's go. And finally, after a long, hard day, it's time to open my fast again. And then we run it right back.